breakfast in bed.
Oh, well, it's a school day. Lucky's probably not even dressed yet.
He's wolfing down a bushel of cereal and having a slightly surreal conversation with that dog in the kitchen. Laura, I swear, Foster is halfway through that 30-pound bag of dog treats you bought yesterday. He found it, and he opened it himself. Honey? Honey? Hey. We're still here. Sun came up right on schedule. And it even sounds like some people managed to have a good time at that wedding yesterday, even if the outcome was somewhat of a surprise.
Max could have been killed. Along with everybody else in that church who just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
But nobody was killed. And that Chamberlain cracker has been put away far from Port Charles. And Jenny and her guy had a nice wedding, which was a surprise. Nobody anticipated, and Mac's okay. He's got a broken arm, concussion, right?
I'll just keep myself very busy today, that's all.
Maybe you ought to visit your friend, Mrs. Ward.
I'm never going to get used to you reading my mind like that. I was just thinking that right this minute. Then I would go over there after I dropped Lucky off from school. What are you going to do today?
Oh, I'm hand-holding a neurotic, claustrophobic, probably certifiable head of cheese. I mean, he's not a real crazy person like Chamberlain, but he's just sort of a bag of nuts. It's Dr. Gray. He's Dr. Gary, but I call him Gray because he's a gray person. He's got gray hair, gray suit, gray personality. I can't believe that he's somebody important to Frank in this whole game plan. I can't believe it.
Which is what?
That, my little plum, is what I hope to find out.
Going to wake up?
Yeah. Excuse me.
How could this happen? After he fell, he seemed okay.
Well, have you ever had a black eye?
Yeah.
You know, if you get socked sometimes, at first you think that it's just fine, and then in a few hours it swells shut. And that's pretty much what happened to Mac's brain from the trauma of the concussion. And it's not unexpected. That's why we wanted to keep him in the hospital for observation. I've got him on steroids right now, which will reduce the inflammation. But, you know, don't worry. He's going to be fine, I think.
It's been 15 hours.
I know. You haven't slept either, and you haven't eaten. And when he comes out of this, he's going to need you, okay?
Level with me. Will he be... Mac?
Alicia, don't look for problems just now. Just go grab yourself a sandwich. He's really going to be fine, trust me.
It's just a few more minutes. We could have been Mr. and Mrs. Mac Cornell. It took me so long to realize I just couldn't live without him.
You didn't come to bed last night.
Oh, I had a lot of thinking to do, Monica. You know, it's possible I'm going to get a call from Sean any time, and then things could start to move very quickly.
It didn't have to be this way.
Oh, yes, it did. It's one thing to kill a man, defending somebody who couldn't defend themselves. It's another thing to be looking over your shoulder for your entire life because some SOB has a piece of evidence that could put you away for murder. Now, I'm not going to be Damian Smith's pawn.
Is anybody going to get the phone?
I will.
Hello,
Good morning, Alan. Waiting by the phone?
Damien.
You sound almost relieved. Did you think I might be Sean?
What do you want?
Oh, you know exactly what I want. Your vote in exchange for my silence. Since you've had what I'm sure is a long night to think about it, no doubt you realize that it's simpler to play ball with me than to risk going to prison for having killed a thoroughly despicable character who was eminently expendable.
Damien, take a hike. Well, that's that. Frankly, I'm glad it's come to a head. I don't think I could have kept it up much longer. I'm sorry, Monica.
Well, all right, Dad. See, I knew you would knuckle under Damien's threats. I'm proud of you.
Don't patronize me.
I'm not. Hey, come on, don't worry. It's going to be okay.
AJ, do you know something that we don't?
Let's just say that Mr. Smith's going to be in for a rather nasty surprise.
What's that? Damn.
You're not going to play 20 questions. What have you done?
What have I done? Gee, Dad, that's almost funny.
Come on now. Listen, we're all on edge. AJ, if you know something about Damien Smith...
Well, I know that
would you-
Damien had a personal safe installed at his suite at the hotel. You see, that's one of the little advantages of being part owner of the place. I get access to information like that. Of course, I wouldn't be part owner if Grandfather hadn't seen fit to lend me the money.
Are we back at that?
Oh, no, Dad, we're way beyond that.
No, what about the safe?
Why, I made arrangements to sort of check out what the contents were, and sure enough, there was Sean's evidence in the Conway case right there.
You took it? You took the evidence Damien was going to use to blackmail your father?
Well, I didn't take it. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of experience with breaking an entry. This called for a pro. Suffice it to say that Damien no longer has the evidence. All for the bargain basement price of $100 grand.
Where'd you get that kind of money?
That's great, Dad. That's great. I just tell you that you're out from under major blackmail, and that's all you can say? I borrowed it from one of the hotel accounts, and don't worry. I'm going to repay it before it's missed.
No, we will get you the money, AJ.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Dad feels that's too high a price for his freedom. Hey, the least I expected was a couple grudging words of thanks.
This just doesn't seem real somehow. I guess there was no alternative. Look, AJ, I am very grateful to you, not only for myself, but for ELQ, for your grandfather.
Well, I guess that's my grudging thanks.
When did this happen?
A couple days ago.
And you didn't tell me until now?
Actually, I tried to tell you a couple of days ago. You didn't want to discuss it, remember?
Did you enjoy watching me sweat?
Did you sweat, Dad? Was it because you killed a man, or was it because you were going to be forced to vote against Grandfather because you were being blackmailed?
Enough, AJ. Your father deeply regrets what he did, but he's also willing to take full responsibility for it.
Yeah. Only after he was blackmailed into doing the right thing.
Where's the evidence now?
You were really going to allow Damien to send that evidence back to Sean, weren't you? I mean, after all of your preaching about taking the high moral ground, you were actually going to live up to your own standard. Hello?
AJ, good. Front desk said you were still at home.
What can I do for you, Damien?
Oh, we have a very serious problem.
Really?
Oh, since you got the prunes all over your face and not your belly, here, I'm gonna give you your favorite. Come
Did I
here,
come at a
then.
bad time?
Oh.
Could you use some help?
You're hungry, honey. Come on and jump right on in.
Okay.
Grab a spoon. I'm shoveling this in there as fast as I can.
Oh, boy.
And you remember Charlie?
Yeah.
And this is Dexter. Oh, hi, Cora.
Hi.
Cora's here. Cora's here. Are these little ones
ready for a nap?
Oh, I don't know. I think so. Cora, I want you to meet Laura Spencer.
Hi.
She came by to help us out this morning. And Cora Anderson, right there? She is one of our most faithful volunteers, and she tells the best stories. She's right in the middle of a lovely one now about some mischievous monkeys. Remember the monkeys? The monkeys who are planning a birthday party for a lonely elephant. You remember the elephant? Yeah. And guess what? She gives us an installment every nap time. Nap time, right?
We come here for our own self,
Uh-huh.
just like the children.
Yes.
Yes, I know what you mean. Well, Charlie, look at this. Are you all done? You look like you might be all finished
He
there.
looks like it.
Just about done with that?
Mm-hmm.
He's got it all over his face.
Oh, that's the new style.
Thank you. Breakfast from ear to ear.
And he's got a nice little smile now to go along with Cora. Charlie and Dexter. And we're gonna go now and hear some more about the monkeys and the elephant. Nap time.
Nap time. Come on.
Bye-bye.
Ready?
See you
Oh,
later.
isn't that nice?
Thanks, Cora.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
Bye.
nice to meet you, Laura.
Oh, likewise.
So nice to meet you.
Thanks, Cora.
Laura, promise me that you'll make her put her feet up for 5 minutes at least.
Okay.
What do you expect me to do with all this help I'm getting?
I needed to be here today.
I could tell. You know, I get a reading on that from being around so many children. Of course, most adults, they manage to hide it. And sometimes they get so good at hiding it that they don't know where they left it. Can't find it. But not you, girl. Girl, you wide open.
Is that good or bad?
Oh, in my book, it's good.
Well, I guess I just needed to get back to the center of things, you know? To whatever it is that makes life more than just survival. I'm not knocking survival. I mean, look at little Charlie. He survived beautifully.
Now, what's that you say about... Oh, gosh. What's that you say about finding out about life? Well, Laura Spencer, you've come to the right place, girl.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it. Okay.
Dr. Gary. Oh, Dr. Gary. Good. Whoa! No, you don't! Leave me alone. Chill, Doctor. No! Get off of me! Jump out the window on your own time.
Are you crazy? I'm scared to death of heights.
Well, what the hell are you doing out there? Feeding the pigeons?
Just trying to get some fresh air. It's like a tomb in here. Oh, why did I say that? I gotta get out of this room. I'll do anything.
I love a man who can beg.
Just find me some space out in the open. At this rate, I won't be any good to Frank when he needs me.
Well, see, I'd like to do that, but see, Doctor, I'm flying blind here. It would help if I knew exactly what you're going to do for Frank.
Oh, you don't understand. I'm desperate. I'm desperate. I'm beginning to hallucinate. I could become dangerous. Oh, no. Oh, God, it's dying.
Oh, Doctor, this is unbelievably tedious. Have you tried meditation?
I've tried everything. Nobody understands what us neurotics go through. Nobody. This one last resort.
Which is?
My back.
Your back. Oh, now you don't have anything lethal in here, do you, Doc?
You idiot! I just need my prescription pad. I hate to resort to drugs, but
Desperate times deserve desperate measures. There, go, please.
I take it you'd do just about anything to get this now, huh?
Yes, yes. Go, please.
Anybody that beautiful's got to be an angel. Are we married?
Don't move. Don't talk. I'll get the nurse.
Alicia.
Nurse!
Alicia, come back.
Get Dr. Joe!
Alicia, please come back.
Oh, I was so worried about you. I didn't think you were going to wake up. I was so frightened.
I'm sorry. Why do my cheeks get preferential treatment? And you didn't answer my question. Are we married?
Oh, as soon as you get better, I promise.
That's better. Our plane tickets to Australia?
Oh, who cares about the plane ticket?
Speak for yourself. I was really fantasizing about diving the Great Barrier Reef with my wife. We're not married?
No, almost, sweetheart. Almost.
Well, this is a novel treatment. What'd you do, kiss him out of the coma? How do you feel, Mac?
Frustrated.
Well, if he's got his sense of humor back, I think we're in business. How's your vision?
A little fuzzy.
You have a headache?
Son of a gun.
I don't think we have much to worry about.
Who's worried?
Well, this one worried enough last night for both of you, actually. He's gonna be fine.
Meg,
Hey, come on, what's with the waterworks? I said I was going to be fine.
I was afraid I was going to lose you.
Never. Never.
It's getting a little mushy in here for me. I'll see you later.
Mr. Smith, I understand there's been a breach in security?
Damn straight. Over here. It's been cleaned out.
This isn't one of our regulation safes.
No, I had it installed myself. It's top of the line. This safe was cracked by a professional.
Well, have you reported it to the police?
Not yet.
Well, you're going to need to do that for insurance purposes. You do have insurance, I hope, because the hotel can't be held responsible for any valuables that were not stored in one of our vaults.
Stuff that was taken out of that safe has no tangible value in terms of insurance. And I don't want to involve the police for several reasons. I'm sure you don't either.
No, of course not. The hotel doesn't want any unnecessary bad publicity.
Yeah, well, we're not talking about the hotel here.
Oh? But what exactly was stolen?
I think you know.
I do?
Several items of great interest to your father.
Really? I don't have a clue what you're referring to. Maybe if you were a little more specific.
You little twerp, you're in more trouble than you realize.
Mr. Smith, I understand that you're upset. And if speaking to me this way makes you feel better, then you go right ahead.
You're out of your league. And so is your father. And you tell him that from me. Your quartermates think you can thumb your noses at the rest of us and get away with it. Well, Junior, I learned to play that game with the best of them. Only where I lived. We play for keeps. So you go back and tell your old man that if he wants to play by these rules, he's going to lose. And lose big. Now get out. Okay, right here, Foster, right here. See, it's behind this door, boy. Right behind this door is lunch. Now, all you gotta do is think of a big fat T-bone and a blood red. Yeah, you do good by me, and I'll do good by you. Dr. Gary, I have what you need.
What took you so long? Give it to me.
My God! What is it? It's a doggy pooch. I hate dogs. Get him out of here. It's seen something? Look at those teeth. Have you ever seen anything so bone-crunching? He could take your arm off in one chomp. He's a real killing machine. He's been frothing a little at the mouth the last couple of weeks. I hope he doesn't have rabies. I'd really miss him if he died. I don't even have to carry a gun much anymore. I'm going to pass out. Pretty effective, don't you think?
Why are you doing this to me?
Doctor, I'm not doing anything. You asked me to fill your prescription, and I never go into the street alone without Snarl. It's a brutal, brutal place out there.
Or just give me the pills and get out.
First, you and I are going to have a little talk. Jingle pills, jingle pills.
See? I can't talk with this beast ready to rip me into shreds. Oh, my God, look at him. He's drooling.
Told you, rabies. Also, he takes one look at you and his salivary glands go on overdrive because you, to him, look like one big bag of raw meat. I wouldn't make any sudden moves. If he decides to get mean, I won't be able to control him.
This isn't mean?
No, this is Pussycat. So tell me, Dr. Gary, why did Frank bring you into the country?
I don't know.
Oh, don't play stupid. That makes me edgy. And if I get edgy, Snarl gets edgy. And when Snarl gets edgy, he gets hungry. Now, why did Frank bring you into the country?
Frank will kill me if I tell you.
Well, Frank is not your immediate problem. The way I see it, you're in quite a bind. Either you tell me the story and get your drugs, or you don't tell me the story and get Snarl.
No.
Dog, prescription. Prescription, dog. Which shall it be?
Give me the pills.
Hey, I wouldn't make any sudden moves like that. Snarl once had an owner who was a drug addict. This guy used to get cranked up every night and beat him with a crowbar. He takes the dim view of anything pharmaceutical. Look at those teeth, huh? Ooh, those incisors, just like a shark. He could snap your leg clean off right there at the thigh. Uh-huh, and then maybe bury it in the backyard. So tell me more about Frank's plan.
I knew I didn't take this job.
Yeah, well, times are tough, and a lot of us are doing things that are against our better judgment.
I guess I can tell you I'm a plastic surgeon. You could have found that out from the AMA, right? Only I unfortunately had my license revoked due to a slight misunderstanding, and I'm now forced to deal with people like Frank Smith. Now, if you've jumped to conclusions, it's not like I told you anything, is it? Give me the pills!
So, let me guess. Frank is going to have you rearrange his face. Uh-huh. And you can't do that in prison, so that means preparations have to be made for you to do it somewhere else. When is this going to happen?
I don't know.
Come on now, Doctor. I thought we were friends. Look, Snarl doesn't look happy. He also looks hungry. He's really slobbering, isn't he? Isn't that disgusting? When?
They said soon, in a couple of weeks. And that's all I know, I swear it is.
Well, somebody has got to be making preparations for you because you can't do that operation in prison, like I say. Where is it going to be done?
In a private clinic in Lake Placid, and that's all I know it is.
See, now, that wasn't so hard. But I wouldn't cry. He doesn't like crying. I don't think he likes you much anyway. Well, what do you think, Snarl? Is he telling the truth? You're lucky, Doctor. This dog is a canine lie detector. Well, here come your jingle pills. Huh?
No!
Look at that, Doctor. He likes you. Isn't that something? Snarl doesn't usually make friends this easily, but he really likes you. Come on, I'll get you a real T-bone. would you like a poodle? Would you like that, Snarl? Shall I get you a nice, juicy little poodle?
Sometimes I don't know if I'm the one who's changed or if it's the rest of the world.
I think it's some of both.
Don't mind me. In a very strange mood today. See, friends of ours were supposed to have gotten married yesterday, but this madman, he was going to blow up everyone in the entire church with a bomb.
Glory be.
I know. They managed to stop him, thank God. But the groom is in the hospital. We hope that he's going to be all right. I don't know. I suppose it could have been worse, but...
I'll pray for him.
Thank you. Pray for all of us. I don't know, it just seems like every time you pick up a newspaper or, you know, turn on the television set, something terrible is happening. And children killing other children for a jacket.
No. It's overwhelming at times.
I'm not just talking about the crazies. I'm talking about my life, too. When I look at my own life, all I can see is death and destruction. Mimi, when you're trying to keep someone you love safe, do you think that violence is justified?
You don't ask easy questions.
I used to think that it was. I saw it as sort of a crusade, an adventure. My husband still does, but now I just think that violence is violence. It's just plain ugly. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a mother. I don't know.
I guess that's it, yes.
But you know something? The world is filled with mothers, and it just keeps getting more violent all the time. It's senseless violence. Do you think that there's enough love in the world to stop all of the violence?
Laura, the world's not our responsibility. We do what's in our power to do. That's why you're a good mother. And that's why you're here. And that's why I'm here. And the one thing that these babies are going to have is a lot of love. And I think that's very important. And God willing, they'll have the love to give their babies and their babies' babies. And we'll put out so much love in the world that we'll have the chance to make a change.
What if we can't change it in time? What if the world self-destructs
Oh.
first?
Laura, if I thought it was pointless, I would not be able to get out of my bed in the morning. I'm not ready to give up. Are you?
No.
Hmm?
No.
Okay, so we persevere for your boy, for Charlie, for Dexter and Yvonne, and all the babies in the world who deserve a chance in this world. I have to believe that love and courage and harmony is more important in the end than hatred and ignorance and cowardice. I have to believe that. You know, so we just keep on keeping on. We just keep on keeping on, girl. And we reach out to one another, and we hold one another, and we hug one another. The strength. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Charlie.
Ooh, Charlie. Hi.
Hello.
No nap yet.
Oh, my. Oh, my. Look at this. Now, look at this face. How can we give up on it? Hmm?
Right. So we want to hold you for observation here in the hospital just for at least another day. But the test results indicate that you've stabilized very nicely, so you should be back up to speed soon.
How long do I have to contend with this cast?
5 to 8 weeks, depending on how you heal.
But it's itching me already.
Complain. Be glad you're alive.
When they get feisty, you know they're feeling better.
Who's feisty?
Oh, nobody in this room, that's for sure. Next, he'll be asking for some weights to work out with.
Well, what I really like is to go back to bed.
Sorry, we're going to wake you up every 2 hours for the next 24 hours. But you can't eat, so Meg can notify the dietitian.
Yes, yes. I'll make sure our patient follows doctor's orders.
Great. Sleep deprivation on top of everything else.
You know you've been asleep for the last 16 hours.
Good luck, Felicia. You're going to need it. I'll stop by again on rounds.
Thanks, honey.
Can't wait.
Ciao.
Bye.
Oh. Probably need to keep you awake.
Well, I've got an idea or two.
Oh, boy. So do I.
Yes, in the old part of the city.
Uh-huh.
And for a number of reasons, I would never dare let him out of my sight.
Oh.
But I would chase him all up and down all those winding roads, and he loved stairs.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the steeper the better.
Uh-huh.
You have no idea how many stairs there are in Istanbul. We didn't really give him a normal childhood.
Oh, Laura. He had a mother and father who loved him and who took care of him, and big, wide, wonderful world to explore in, and it's all new to baby. You know, it wouldn't have mattered if Lucky was on the moon or this little one. They don't care. Hey, all we can do is make sure they have their childhood and help them keep their innocence as long as possible, and then if we're lucky, we might get to share a little bit of it, right? And me and Charlie, as long as the band plays on, we can keep waltzing. In fact, we're going to waltz into the other room and take a nap, right? All right. I heard that. Oh, good night. Say good night.
Night.
Good night. Oh, and Laura, maybe the world's not the way we want it to be. But there's enough time for these children to find out about it. And then maybe things will be better.
I hope so.
Hope. You keep on hoping, girl. It's just as important as love.
Yes, that's right, Harold. I've had some unexpected bills come in. Yes, so, that's why. Yeah, that'll take care of it very nicely. I'll be talking to you. Thanks again. Well, transferred some funds. Last thing I need is for AJ to be charged with embezzling money from the hotel.
I wish he would call and let us know what's going on with Damien. You don't think he would suspect AJ, do you?
What's Damien gonna do? Call the police? It's a felony to tamper with criminal evidence.
Then I guess AJ is guilty of tampering, if you get right down to it.
Oh, what's a little tampering for AJ? I mean, look what he did to Jagger.
Oh, Lord, Ellen. We just get in deeper and deeper.
No, actually, Monica, we're not. Because of AJ, Damien's hands are tied. And as soon as we pay back that $100,000, we're home free. I just can't help but wonder, where did he find a pro to crack the safe?
I'm just amazed at how calm and cool he was talking about breaking and entering. But of course he did it for you.
Are you trying to make me feel more guilty?
No. No, I am just saying that he loves you. He does, Alan.
Monica, essentially, he did it for you, to spare you any more humiliation. For you and for Grandfather. And if you didn't know it, he is now the apple of my father's eye.
Okay, I'm sure there were other things that figured into this, but basically, he did do it for you. He was just trying to protect you.
He was trying to control me. Did you hear the contempt in his voice? Did you also notice that he wouldn't tell us where the evidence was? You don't suppose that he's trying to hang on to that evidence to use for his own purposes, do you?
I hate to tell you this, but you sound an awful lot like Edward when you start to talk about AJ like this.
Ah, Quartermain legacy. Thank heavens for Jason.
It was AJ that got you out of this mess, Alan. Right or wrong, he put a lot on the line for you. Can you remember the times that you tried to reach out to your father and got precious little thanks for it?
What are you asking me to do, Monica? Be proud of AJ for lying, for stealing, for perjuring himself? Of course, I've set a wonderful example for him.
You are a wonderful example.
Oh, yes? Murder?
Manslaughter. You saved a woman from being beaten to death. Now, granted, it wasn't a good idea to have this cover up, but then you're human, and I know that, thank God. And so does AJ. And that's why he didn't want to see you punished unfairly. And I wish he would call.
Maybe he's decided to follow in his father's footsteps totally, and he is now going to silence Damien permanently.
Alan.
Well, who knows, Monica? You know, I mean, once you break the law, it's easy to keep crossing the line.
Well, I'm sure AJ did not think it was breaking the law any more than you did when you pulled that man off Rhonda and threw him against the wall. You did what you felt you had to do.
The end justifies the means, the old Quartermain motto.
Oh, I wish we could find some good in this.
You're the good in this, Monica. You're the one I'm most grateful for. You hold this family together no matter what. And I keep asking you to do it over and over again.
Because you're worth it.
Oh, I scared you. I'm sorry. I didn't see the flowers. My goodness. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're home. I got your note. The one that you were taking the dog with you. Did you try to lose the dog?
Oh, no, my friend, my canine compadre. No, he's in the backyard burying a 5-pound steak.
That's dinner.
Let us eat cake. Nothing's too good for the mutt.
He's no mutt. He's a purebred.
Oh, no, he couldn't be a purebred, honey. He's too cool. You're all dressed up. Are you expecting someone, or could we celebrate?
Why? Did we win the lottery or something?
Or something.
What?
It's going to go down just as I expected. I'm sorry. I'm so excited. I'm pulling the house down with me. It's going to be good, though. Dig it. Frankie is going to try to break out, and he's going to use the HIP helicopter, which you got him such a great deal on in Brighton Beach. And this Dr. Gray turns out to be a plastic surgeon who's going to rearrange his face in some small, discreet little clinic in Lake Placid. It's the perfect laundry. He comes out with a new face, a new name, new books, courtesy of the libidinous Claudine. And bam, he's back in business.
And we're back on the run.
No, baby, this whole thing is just about to be over.
How can you say that? If he's back on the outside, we're as good as dead.
Who said he was getting out?
You did.
No. I said he was planning to get out. I didn't say he was going to get out.
What's going to stop him, Luke?
Me?
Oh, well, that's great. Then we'll be right back where we started. He's going to be out for blood. Your blood.
No, sweetheart, not if I work it right. Not if I disguise my motives just a tad. See, it'll seem like a great test to him. Again, of loyalty. That's the only thing he responds to. No, don't you understand? It could work out perfectly. I mean, I could end up being the only guy who he trusts in this whole thing.
But then he's going to want you to keep working for him.
No, because if it works out this way, they're going to put him in a hole so deep he'll never see the light of day again.
I don't know. So many things could go wrong here.
Did I hear thunder? Are you trying to rain on my parade?
I'm trying not to hope for too much. I can't believe I just said that. Oh, I'm sorry. If there's hope, you're right. If there's hope, we should go for it. We should just make it work, right?
Right. You're going to have the life that you deserve, the life that you want. I swear I'm going to give it to you. I swear. No more running. No more dirty deals. No more guns. No more worrying if we can settle down or how long it'll last. No more worrying if Lucky's out of your sight for a minute, or me.